Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi le 9 mai. Le mot de passe sur, sous, dans, devant, derrière. Aujourd'hui dans l'histoire, we're going to talk about that. Our new TPR that goes along with the Je suis jalouse song/story is something I need you to practice for today. Also, anything that you're missing, just catch up. A lot of people have been doing that. I've seen a lot of late work forms lately, so merci, bravo. Also, your quarter 4 quick writes are going to be due a week from tomorrow. So if you have not been doing your quick writes every week, you need to be doing one every other day or so from here on out, because otherwise you're not going to have enough to submit for this date. Also, since I didn't do a video yesterday, let's take a look at a few other little end of year nitty-gritty things. The last day that you may submit late work is going to be this Friday. So any of that catch-up work that you're doing needs to be in by this Friday. Also, you are going to have finals on these dates. Seniors, there are just a few of you. I've contacted you if that's your case, and I've given you access to a review. And 8th through 11th graders, I will be giving you access to your review next week, probably. Probably next week, end of next week. Also, like I said earlier, you've been good about this, but make sure you're turning in a late work form, one for each missing assignment. Please don't give me a list of missing assignments. That on my end makes it a lot harder for me to go back and find what I'm looking for, so that I can get those in the gradebook for you. And then this I've put up all year long, so I don't think anybody is fooled by that anymore, but I also don't think there are any grades in Schoology, so that shouldn't be an issue. Okay, so we are looking at Aujourd'hui dans l'histoire. Aujourd'hui, c'est le 9 mai, la journée de l'Europe. When we talk about Europe as Americans, we typically think of just the geographical continent. Oftentimes, though, when Europeans talk about l'Europe, they're referring to the European Union. So la journée de l'Europe is making reference to not Europe as a continent, but Europe, the European Union as a economic group. En 1950, l'Union européenne a été créée avec la Déclaration du 9 mai, also known as la Déclaration Schuman. Donc le 9 mai 1950, this is the birthday, essentially, of the idea of taking the resources that are available throughout Europe, pooling them so that all European countries can benefit from them. Chaque année, each year, la Journée de l'Europe est célébrée par les États membres de l'Union européenne. Les États membres de l'Union européenne, those are the member states. And when we say state here, we mean countries. I know that sometimes when we say states, we often, as Americans, think of each of the states in the United States. But here we're referring to the countries that are part of the European Union. L'Europe est célébrée par, so it's celebrated, this day is celebrated by the different members of the European Union. Cette journée symbolise la paix, peace, entre la France et l'Allemagne, parce que les deux pays ont décidé de coordonner leur production de charbon et d'acier. This should actually be de charbon. That's why it's giving me that underline. Okay. Qu'est-ce que c'est la France et l'Allemagne? What do we know about l'Allemagne, Germany? Germany and France's relations back in 1950, that was not too long after World War II. And as you've probably learned in history, those two countries were on opposite sides of World War II. So that means that they had to really do some work to make sure that they were getting along. So, la France et l'Allemagne ont décidé de coordonner leur production de charbon et d'acier. So like I said earlier, they're taking their coal and their steel, and those are naturally produced in those countries. And what they're doing is they're taking that and putting together the money that they make off of those products and sharing it. So they're pooling their resources, basically. These videos are in English and can also, or this video, sorry, it's just one video, is in English and can give you a little bit of background on that. So you're welcome to watch that if you'd like more information about l'Union Européenne. So this one's a little bit tricky, obviously, to use French to explain it because it's kind of just a tricky concept. But here's a little graphic too. Je suis citoyen d'un État de l'Union Européenne. Je suis aussi citoyen européen. So if you are part of these different member states, then you can say that you're a European citizen, meaning that you are not just French or German or Spanish or Italian. You are part of a bigger community. J'appartiens à une communauté de valeurs, so the different values, justice, liberté, solidarité, dignité, citoyenneté, citizenship, égalité, equality. J'ai des droits, rights, parmi lesquels, among which are des élections, je peux voter dans un autre État membre. So let's say that you're a French citizen, but you are living in Germany, you can vote there. Je peux circuler librement dans les États membres. So if you have a European passport, you do not need, or rather, sorry, if you have a European identity card, if you are part of one of these member states, you don't need a passport to travel within the European Union. Je peux lancer des pétitions et initiatives citoyennes. So people can make grassroots efforts to make changes or bring about certain things, and they have the right to do that as members of the European Union. Okay, so that gives you a very quick little background about what the European Union is. What does La Journée de l'Europe celebrate? And then what two countries combine their coal and steel resources, which led to the develop of what we know today as the European Union, with many member states and many other benefits other than just these two natural resources. Okay, so answer that in your discussion, and once you're finished with that, as well as these other items, you'll be all set pour aujourd'hui. Au revoir tout le monde!